Welcome back. I'm here with Lyles Forbes, Vice President of Collections at the Mariners Museum and Park in Newport News, Virginia. So tell me a little bit about the Mariners Museum and Park.
Well, the Mariners Museum is almost 100 years old. It's a really unique place with collections that are more than just around Virginia and the Eastern Seaboard, but it's a global collection. And I first came here because of the small craft collection. There's now 150 boats from 42 different countries, which was my area of interest and expertise, and was fascinating working with all of these different craft. And that's sort of how I came up. I started as the curator of small craft there, and now I'm vice president of the entire collection.
Well, fantastic. And here we are at the International Congress of Maritime Museums in Rotterdam. What are you doing here, and what do you hope to get out of the conference?
Well, I am delivering a presentation on ship models. I'm chairing a session on new technologies. There's a meeting on the Glowboat project that we've been working on, and probably something else that I haven't been asked to do or told yet.
Is there anything coming up at your museum that people should know about? Any new exhibitions or projects or initiatives you're working on?
A lot of new projects. We've shifted away from doing classic museum exhibitions to bringing our storage areas into our galleries and creating shelving that looks just like what we have in storage so that we can get more of our collections out and interpret them in a different way. When you do an exhibition, it's there for a period of time. It can instantly get old if you don't build in a way to change things out. And so when that material comes off for the next exhibition, it goes away and has the potential to be in storage for a long time. And so what we're trying to do is get collections and more of our entire collection out for people to see and to be able to start conversations about what they know of these things and their experiences, having been on different ships and served in the military and been fishermen and worked in the shipyards, to collect that information to add to the stories of the objects.
Phenomenal. Now, I just want to say I do know something about your museum. You have a vast collection. And I know that at least someone has said that it would take you 20 years to get all of the things in your collection on display in a cycle.
Yep.
That's a huge responsibility. And as Vice President of Collections, you're deciding what to get out there. And you're working with your curators and your director.
So some of it is forced by things that go on in the museum. We have some set of priorities. We'd like to do this. We have two large communities in the Tidewater area, one being the people that work at Newport News Shipbuilding, shipyard that's been around for over 100 years, built a lot of Navy ships and repaired a lot of cruise ships and other types of vessels. And then the Chesapeake Bay Watermen. And so part of those collections, I would say a majority of those collections have been in storage. And so we're trying to get this idea of open and accessible storage into the gallery spaces in a much more broad way so that those communities are served by the things that they've done. And sometimes when you make those plans, something comes along and trumps that. We had an issue with one of our storage areas this summer, which meant we had to have a place for all that material to go because of something that had gone on in one of the storage rooms. And we moved everything out, bagged it, froze it, and then now we're bringing it in. So it's chairs, it's figureheads, it's sea chests, it's other wooden items. And so we had to stop what we were doing to create the things for the Newport News Shipyard and the Chesapeake Bay Watermen and move this material in. And so now, having done that, we are kind of forcing ourselves to, all right, now how do we make this intellectually accessible? We can view a lot more of the collection than previously. And so then how do we interpret this? How do we provide information? And then how do we collect people's stories about something that they see and that they have a lived experience with? Yeah. So not how we exactly started out, but gave us the ability to kind of pivot midstream and handle something and have a place for all this stuff together.
Wow. So that's an amazing, it's a challenge.
It's a huge challenge. And you really test the boundaries of the museum culture at the same time, and you test that, and it's been really good. Of course, people get tired and, respond in a particular way, but overall, it's been a cross-departmental thing between our collections management, or curatorial, our conservation department, and then administration be able to resource, this shift in what we were doing.
Wow. Well, you have your work cut out for you, but
Always.
I really appreciate your taking the time to chat with me today. And thank you for being with us here at the International Conference of Maritime Museums. Thank you, Lyles.
Absolutely.